Hello everybody. I hope this finds you well. I'll read something to you and we'll discuss it, see what you think. Let me see, right here. All go unto one place, all are of dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion, for who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Anybody know where that comes from? What I just read? Who said that? Kind of sounds like an atheist argument, doesn't it? It's not. There's a misconception amongst atheists. I bear no grudge. In fact, I find many of them to be quite intelligent, caring people. I also find the large majority of them once belonged to some church or were raised in some denomination, made to go to their Sunday school. Some of them even believed it at first, then as they grew older saw the hypocrisy and turned from it. Problem is, they turned from the wrong thing. See, religious dogmatism is a funny thing. Christ had certain doctrines he taught. Is the church teaching these doctrines? Or are they teaching the doctrines of men? I find most churches are country clubs. A lot of antisocial people. There are good ones in all of them. Really mean well. Believe what their preacher is saying, but why do you need a preacher? You got the word right in front of you. Gotta have someone to explain it to you. I understand that. But don't take their word for it. More than one way to look at things. Oh, and I still like Woods of Jordan. I was an atheist once too, Jordan. I turned from my religious faith at a young age. There was other experiences that taught me different. And we must all consider, if a man in his 60s still thinks the same way as he did when he was in his 20s, that man has done nothing with his life. Can't remember who it was that said that. I stole that line from somewhere. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Contradictions. Life is full of contradictions. You look deeper into these contradictions, you find they're not really contradictions, but complementary to one another. It's like rain is contrary to drought. Night, opposite of day. I don't have all the answers. I don't know all the answers. It's not going to stop me from looking. And I'm not perfect, far from it. But I'm not going to let that stop me from trying. seeking perfection. Job worth doing is worth doing right. What is it that brings meaning and purpose in your life? If all your friends have turned on you, everything seems to be falling apart, you find yourself all alone, where do you turn for comfort? It's not surprising. The majority of suicides are committed by atheists. They have nowhere to turn, no one to comfort them. A lot of terrible things happen in the world. It's hard when you see these disasters, these diseases, young children afflicted, death, murder, and warfare, to understand why a God would allow such a thing, why one who is supposed to love us is man's lot in life, because we have fallen from grace. Christ, the Messiah, came to give us hope and let us know that it's not all there is. We can overcome these things. These things are here for us to overcome or to perish. We either overcome it or we perish. Are you an overcomer, or are you ready to just give up and perish? I hope that you're all ready to fight it, accept the challenge, rise above, be the one out there putting out the fire instead of lighting it, be the one healing the injured instead of causing the injuries, be the one feeding the hungry instead of starving people. This is something we all can agree upon, unless you're psychotic, which most of the leaders of our world are. And those of you that want a one world government, who's going to be in charge of that one world government? The biggest psychopath of them all, I'm sure. Be at peace. Care for those around you. God does love you, and so do I, despite what you think. Peace, love, and understanding, and have a good day.